This'll do nicely.
Pass that. Pass that. Pásame la chiva, por favor.
Hey, man! And welcome back to... Yep, it's time for another heavily requested, heavily weird full moon movie, and it's just too bad we've already reviewed Ginger Dead Man, because we're gonna need a lot of snacks before this is over. So, grab your ganja and get ready for 2006's Evil Bong.
So this movie starts with Jesus having a toke. And he's totally got his eye on you, you fucking narc! This Happy Days background character is named Alistair.
Watch as I thrash our enemies with the mighty power of floral arrangements.
A straight-laced college student who's just become roomies with a trio of hardcore dopeheads.
Ooh, I smell sitcom material.
Seeing how Al would rather have a fully functioning brain and focus on his studies, he's obviously supposed to be viewed as the uptight nerd who just needs to forget all that shit and snort some blow. And a great time to start too, as Larnell here has just saved up enough cash to buy a famous, reportedly possessed bong.
Ah, now I've learnt the origins of Snoop Dogg's Bones character.
My suspension of disbelief can handle a haunted smoking device. But I draw the line at Atari noises coming out of Super Mario World. Mamma mia! That copyright law is a real bitch!
Looking at your ass makes you start to think. Ow! Dude!
You are making it impossible for me to study.
Check it out, bro. I was on level 15 and you just shit on me.
You were on level 2, Days of Our Lives Extra.
Just then there's a knock at the door, and who should be there but that guy from the nightmare you had last night. And he's delivered the evil bong right to their door.
Looks like a piece of crap.
No. Don't you see? It's shaped like a beautiful woman, bro. You got the tits and the badge.
You're right. I especially dig beautiful women's gigantic giraffe necks. Well, I guess we should take this baby for a test drive. And much like the reviews for Batman vs Superman, everyone says it's nothing special except for that one guy who claims it has some deep, unacknowledged significance. In fact, Larnell is borderline in love with the bong, which that night begins to mysteriously glow.
So, the bong has a quest?
So they go on with their merry lives regardless, and even get a few ladies involved for a few minutes until the bong calls them bitches. And damn it, that just insults them so much, they're gonna go to a big party without them.
Not cool.
But that's okay, because the real party is right at home, as the bong causes Dodgy Games Russ here to have a hallucination that he's in the world's emptiest strip club. Oh wait, this cameo of Ooga Booga from Doll Graveyard seems to be really enjoying himself. And now for the type of trippy, bizarre death scene that should have been in Funny Man's strip club scene. This guy is mauled to death by a killer bra.
Nasty.
Oh god, just imagine what's happening to that poor bastard in the private room.
And with his death and his soul absorbed, the bong starts to grow a little face on it. Oh great, I can finally talk. Dude, I've got the biggest craving for chicken nuggets right now. With their friend dead, obviously panic over being blamed for it sets in, and the trio decide to dump the body. But first, Larnell's grandfather, who I'm positive they tried their best to make look like Brian Cox, arrives with a few quick words for them.
Ah, shut up, you pathetic louts. Moronic pricks.
Just an utter waste of human skin. About as much use as a soiled tampon. I only hope that one day convicts will feast upon your scrotum sack.
What brings you down here anyway, Grandpa?
Oh, nothing. I'm done. See you next week.
Well, with that future trip to the psychiatrist out of the way, the conversation turns back to the corpse. Turns out they can't dump him tonight, because the girls are coming back, and if we show up smelling like dirt and corpse juice, there's no way we're gonna get any action. But, again, the only action Larnell seems to want to have is with the Bong, and now he's suddenly transported to the Hooters dimension as well, where he meets... the Ginger Dead Man?
Uh-oh, I'm gonna cream. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ah, and then he splooges all over the Bong's leopard skin throw rug, and thus we enter into their versus movie.
And then they just have him eaten by a bra too. So far this movie isn't so much about a killer Bong, as it is some bizarre combination of zombie strippers and the killer condom. Just ignore the corpse, ladies. We have a Trivia Pursuit board that makes Monopoly noises all set up in the other room for you. Then it's on to some J.R.R. Tolkien, which I don't think has too much of an effect on this girl for some reason. But clearly Reese Witherspoon here is feeling something, because I don't think any coherent person would want to make out with the Arrow Computers guy. Before she can score 60% off her next laptop, however, they notice that not only is Larnell dead, but the other two as well. And that face on the Bong is becoming clearer with every single victim.
That's my style, right there. Oh my god. How do you open this thing that they have like some really...
This is literally just the place full moon monsters go to relax. Is Dollman in the bathroom snorting some smack? Radu and Andre Toulon at the bar doing jello shots off Batty Boop's chest?
So with Al's girlfriend about to be sucked into the Bong too, all seems lost until in comes Chong to save the day. Yeah, as in Cheech and Chong. And he's playing the Bong's former owner?
Well, then perhaps you can explain what's going on here?
It's the Bong, man. It's evil.
Pure evil, man. The bitch wouldn't even let me use a coupon for a free lap dance.
Al decides to use the Bong himself and try to pull everyone back into their bodies. So stoned Obi-Wan here gives him some pills to counter the weed's effect so he'll be coherent while in the dimension. But if all else fails, he'll just blow the bitch up along with half the building. Al finally confronts the Bong in her own world, where she reveals her evil plan to control the planet by forcing everyone to become super stoned.
A great, big, beautiful stoned world with pot smoke clouds and oceans of bong water. And is there really anything so wrong with that? Huh?
Well, is it? The ball's in your court now, Congress.
Meanwhile, on the outside, Chong gets knocked out by the Bong and winds up in the dimension with them. But thanks to his pills, Al and his girlfriend are able to escape while he stays behind and I guess uses the dynamite he strapped onto his soul to blow himself up and destroy the Bong's spirit for good. So thanks to that trippin' sacrifice, not only do Al and his girlfriend wake up, but so does everybody else, even though we saw them torn to shreds earlier. And if it was just a souls thing, then wouldn't Chong still be alive as well? Well, anyway, this movie comes to an end with Chong himself playing with his Hot Wheel cars with the Bong strippers.
One for you, one for you, one for you, one for you. Okay, everybody's got a Hot Wheel, go get it, go. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, I guess the Tumblr bronies are going to have to come up with a new reason to justify their stupid fandom. Because I do it to meet girls apparently doesn't cut it anymore. Well, that was Evil Bong.
Honestly, I went in expecting to hate this movie due to my real-life disdain for stoner comedy. Surprisingly though, despite a few things like Al and Buckman here's personalities, I actually quite liked the movie. It's creative at the very least, and I even found all the weird full moon cameos quite funny, if not a little bit jarring. There isn't much to talk about on the visual side of things because the Bong really doesn't move, unlike Gingy, and the, well, quote-unquote kills were quite repetitive as well. But I did get a few laughs out of it, and considering the subject matter for me, that's kind of an accomplishment.
And that's all from me for tonight, so I'm Fedora, this is Over the Horror, save a screen for me, and we'll see you next time.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high. I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I got high. My room is still messed up, and I know why. Why, man? Yeah, 'cause I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high.